What up, what up? What's the B word, man? I'm Anthony Addison with another segment of What's the B word. Like and subscribe to the page. Hit me up on Instagram, What's the B word 52. Just like you see on YouTube, hit me up on Facebook, What's the B word, and hit me up on Twitter, B word 52. And y'all already know what's up with me, baby. Baltimore Raven fan, Raven Nation stand up, flock, let's get it. And if you're not a Raven fan, you might be a fan of whoever. You might be a fan of the Rams, you might be a fan of the Steelers, the Patriots, or whoever. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button anyway, because we talk football, period, baby. But the reason why we here and we back is to talk about another player that we drafted. You know, we're going down the line right now. I'm going player by player, you know what I'm saying, on each video. And we're in the third round now. And me personally, and I'm not trying to sound like a homer and stuff like that, but the first 3 rounds of this draft, I feel like we murdered the draft. The first 3 rounds, I'm talking about like seriously, like we murdered the first 3 rounds. I mean, Eric DaCosta, the man is a genius, man. The man is a genius, man. The first 3 rounds, all the draft picks from round 1 to 3. Hold up, y'all. Sorry, but that was baby girl. But anyway, the first 3 rounds, man, DaCosta really killed it, man. His second year, and he just, man. You could just tell that he didn't just be a scout that was just sitting there just, you know, doing his job. He was preparing to be a GM one day. And he just showing his tail, man. But anyway, with the 92nd pick in the 3rd round, the Baltimore Ravens selected Devin Duvernay. And my first time actually seeing this guy, like noticing like, wow, this guy here, like he all right. Was the LSU Texas game where twice in one drive where he slick gave Grant Delpit the business. One of them he kind of shook him up off of him, but the second time, I'm talking about just if you have time, get on YouTube, search Duvernay trucks Grant Delpit. It was on the screen, man. Duvernay ran smack over him. But anyway, man, this guy here, man, this past season, he had 106 catches, 1,386 yards, had 9 tubs, man. Blazing speed. He clocked in at a 4.39 at the combine, man. He about 5'11". I think he weighed in at 200 pounds at the combine, and he a real burner. And that's what a lot of people talking about. I seen a lot of people in the group and stuff talking about Duvernay as far as how fast he is, and he a burner. He could be a deep threat and stuff like that. But don't sleep on the underneath route that this man run, because technically speaking, when he was playing in Texas, he pretty much was the slot guy. So, you know, I'm not saying that he's just a straight up tactician with the routes and stuff like that, but I seen him run like some pretty alright routes underneath and stuff like that. And outside of just his route running ability, this guy is hard to get down. From what I seen from the games and the highlights from him, he's hard to get down. Like, he runs with a purpose. You know how they tried to talk about like the other guy from Colorado who's pretty much, they were trying to say he's a Deebo Samuel type. I mean, I'm not saying he's exactly, he more remind me of like how DJ Moore was in college. I ain't gonna say exactly like Deebo Samuel. He remind me more of a DJ Moore because Deebo a little bit bigger than him. DJ Moore a little smaller. You know, DJ Moore, when he was in college, you give it to him and he'll make something work. But this guy right here, man, he runs physical. He runs with a purpose. He really runs with a purpose. And another big thing about this guy right here, like I said, he had 106 catches, but I think, if I can remember, I heard somebody say that he only had one drop. One drop. So, rewind. Playoff game. Tennessee Titans, Baltimore Ravens, M&T Bank Stadium. 7 Nation Army in the building, crowd pumping. First seed ever in Baltimore. What did our receivers do all game long? Drop the ball. To me, Eric DaCosta is fixing pretty much all our problems based off that game. Because that one game exploited all of our problems. The problems that we hid all through the season. So that's why I'm saying in these first 3 rounds, man, Eric DaCosta is really killing this draft right now, man. we got a sure-handed guy, man. This dude is like real deal sure-handed. And if you go back and don't watch like the straight up highlights, watch his highlights against a certain team. You know what I'm saying? They got those type of highlights too. I mean, the quarterback they had was coming straight at him, man. So you could tell that he pretty much was like almost his number one guy. Another thing about him, man. I seen it was on Twitter. Let me pull it up. He forced 28 missed tackles last season. That was third in FBS. So man, that was awesome right there, man. We need guys that's able to make plays and make people miss, also break tackles and stuff like that. I mean, that's just the stuff we need, man. That's something that we're missing right there. And to think, man, just think that we got somebody with a 4.39 speed out there with Hollywood with whatever he runs. And I know Hollywood runs healthy Hollywood. I'm gonna put that put an emphasis on it. A healthy Hollywood Brown without the screw on his foot. Hollywood Brown that can practice all off season long. Hollywood that can practice during the season with Lamar Jackson. You putting that type of speed with Hollywood Brown, and like like a lot of people said before, Miles Boykins, he's not a slouch. He just still pretty raw at the game of football. But man, I mean, to get a guy like this, man, who was pretty much the number one option on his team, to get him in the third round, 92nd pick, I mean, how could you? I mean, I know it ain't the sexy name that everybody was looking for. You know, everybody CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs and stuff like that. But you don't. I mean, y'all just listen here, man. You do not win the draft. You don't win the draft in the first round. You never win the draft in the first round. It's not too many times you do win the draft in the first round. We did when we got Lamar Jackson, but I mean, a lot of times you don't win the draft in the first round. You win the draft, like when we got Lamar Jackson, yeah, we won the draft by getting Lamar, but we won the draft by getting Orlando Brown late in the draft and stuff like that. Stuff like that happened. We won by getting Mark Andrews a little bit farther down in the draft and stuff like that. I mean, you win in the later rounds because if your first round draft pick balls out and stuff, that's what's expected out of your first round draft pick because that's why he's a top prospect in the first place. But when you got somebody that's third round, fourth round, fifth round, and you able to put him on the field and he playing at a high level and playing at a professional level, man, then that solidifies you winning the draft and stuff like that. And I think in these first 3 rounds, I mean, really, like DeCosta really, on these first 3 rounds, these guys will be getting significant playing time with the Baltimore Ravens going into this season, man. I just, if you see otherwise, man, I don't know what you're looking at. Like seriously. I'm not saying that, you know, Duvernay is going to go out there and just be the number one receiver and blah, blah, blah. But he will contribute to this team, man. I mean, especially if we have guys out there dropping balls and stuff like that. But to get a guy like this, for a guy like this to drop into the third round, just like how I felt about J.K. Dobbins, for Pittsburgh and other teams to let us get our hands on a guy like this, I mean, the NFL is crazy, man. The NFL is crazy, and Eric DeCosta is a genius. He a genius, man. Just wait till it play out. If y'all don't agree with me and stuff like this about how I feel about this kid and how I feel about J.K. or how I feel about Justin Matabuke, just wait till the season play out. Wait till this season and next season play out. Because, you know, they're still going to be a little raw their first year. But just wait till it play out, man. These guys right here, I mean, that's the part I like about the first 3 rounds in the draft. Every guy that we drafted was a big factor on their team. Like, they wasn't role players on their team in these first 3 rounds. These first 3 round guys we got. They wasn't role players on their team. They was big-time players on their team. You know what I'm saying? J.K. rushed for 2,000 yards. Patrick Queen was their best sideline-to-sideline linebacker. You know, Justin Matabuke had the most sacks on Texas A&M, and he had the most tackles for loss. Now we got Duvernay, and Duvernay led the team with catches. With a 4.39 40, man. So in these first 3 rounds, man, salute, Eric. Salute. But anyway, man, I'm not going to keep babbling and stuff like that. Y'all make sure y'all hit me up on all my social media platforms, man. What's the B Word 52 on Instagram? What's the B Word on Facebook? B Word 52 on Twitter. I'm mainly on Twitter and Facebook, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to all my guys, man. Subscribe to my guy Joe Nubo. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to Coach from Sip to Tally. Subscribe to my man Engraving Vids. Subscribe to Craving Some Raven podcast. And you know I can't forget my boys over there in Birdland BS. Y'all subscribe to them guys, Fred and Scott, and my dog Sonny from SDG Sports, man. Y'all subscribe to all of them guys, especially if you're a Raven fan. We got the dream team in the YouTube world, baby. But anyway, Flock, I love y'all. Subscribers, I love y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Take 2 seconds to hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Take 1 second to hit the subscribe button. But anyway, man, I love y'all, man, and I'm out.